Here today, we're going to talk about common issues that you may find with the Desk 3500, which is a classic traditional terminal you'll find in many stores. One of the most common errors that you will find is the terminal is not turning on or lighting up. Now, the first thing that you do want to check is the back of the terminal here. You can flick this out and remove this. Now, some of your terminals may have this cable coming off the back, which connects to a magic box. You want to make sure these cables here are all connected properly in the terminal. We can then put this back on. And you want to check the magic box. This is where you'll find your power supply, which is just an AC adapter. You want to make sure this is connected properly to the power, and your phone line as well, if you are connecting it via a telephone cable. Now, the most common and the most recommended way to connect your Ingenico Desk 3500 to the internet is using this Ethernet cable. Much more solid connection compared to a phone line. So if you are having issues with it not turning on or lighting up, just make sure these cables are properly connected. Another issue you will find sometimes is dial tone error. Now, what that usually means is that the connectivity for the network is not working properly. So my suggestion is to unplug all of the cables that you have plugged in, including the power. Let it rest for 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Plug it all back in, turn it back on, and that should fix your issue. If you're still encountering issues and it's still not turning on or lighting up, and you've checked the power supply and you've checked the connection between the Magic supply box and your internet modem or router and your phone line, the best thing to do now would be to contact your ISP, which is your internet service provider, because you may be having issues with your internet. So that would be your next step to take. Another very common error that you'll find with the Desk 3500 is that the terminal isn't printing. Usually that means the paper roll is installed incorrectly. You just lift this tab here and you pull, very simple, and the paper is inside here. So this is the thermal paper roll, which is 58 millimeters wide or 2¼ inches. Very important, because if you have anything smaller or larger, it will not work. You want to make sure it's thermal paper as well, because this is a thermal printer, not an ink printer. Now, the first thing you want to make sure is that it's rolling out this way when you go to put it in. You don't want to be having it the other way around, trying to put it this way, because it will not work. And when you go to put it back in, just slot it in like that. Leave a little bit of the paper out as you clip it shut, and you're good to go. Another thing with this thermal paper is to make sure that it is stored correctly and properly. You want to keep it away from places that have high humidity. Another thing as well is obviously to make sure that it doesn't come into direct contact with water. And also as well, when you have them rubbing up against each other too much in the box, that can also cause damage to this thermal paper. So make sure it's stored in a cool and dry place. Another common error that you will find with the Desk 3500 is that the terminal is not reading the card. Now, this could be to do with many different issues. If you're using the magnetic strip here at the back, is to put it through nice and slowly at a very constant speed like this. If you do it really too quick or too slow, it may not work. And another thing to do as well is that you can also insert the card, of course, which is probably the best way to take a payment. And you can also tap the card as well to pay. Another issue that you may find is the magnetic strip of the actual card can sometimes be a little bit dirty. So it could be a good thing to try and give that a clean before you try and re-swipe it back down the terminal. Another error that you will find with the Desk 3500 are transaction error codes or system error codes. We're going to put them up on the screen, and I'm going to walk through each one of them with you right now. Code 03, invalid merchant number. This may indicate a problem with your Ingenico soft POS account configuration. Code 04, retain card. This means the card has been reported as lost or stolen. Code 05, declined. The transaction was declined by the card issuer. This could be due to suspected fraud, insufficient funds, a stolen card, or an expired card. The customer should contact the issuing bank. Code 06, system error. This may indicate a problem with your Ingenico soft POS mobile app. Code 12, invalid transaction. This often occurs when the issuer rejects the transaction. It may happen if multiple transactions for the same account and merchant are attempted in quick succession. The cardholder should contact their issuing bank. Code 14, invalid card. This means the card number does not exist. Code 30, system error. This may indicate a problem with your Ingenico soft POS mobile app. Code 33, card expired. This occurs when the card has expired. Verify the expiry date and retry the transaction. If the problem persists, ask the cardholder if they have a new card. Code 34, retain card. This can indicate the card has been reported as lost or stolen, or the issuer suspects fraud. Well, I hope this helps. If you're still having trouble troubleshooting your Ingenico Desk 3500, please contact Sekure Payment Experts today.